Alright, so this is the pig plate carrier from SKD Tactical. Right there is your little pig symbol. And they have all sorts of like little accessories for this, which is pretty cool actually. They have all sorts of different connections that you can get here. And I prefer these because they're quick and easy. This is the Molly cummerbund version. There's also an elastic cummerbund version. I like the Molly because I mount all sorts of little pouches on the side, like this Blue Force Gear Boo Boo pouch. It fits a can of dip and extra batteries and all sorts of little, candies you can suck on or whatever while you're sitting around waiting for something to happen. So that's a nice little pouch, just sit on the side. And then I have just a regular blowout kit. I'm not sure who makes this, the actual kit, but I bought this from TacMed Solutions.
No, you're right-handed, right?
I am.
You don't find that first aid kit on your right side in the way of your draw?
Not at all.
Okay.
I run a Safariland at a cant, and it's for my sidearm.
Oh, from a drop leg.
From a drop leg.
Okay, that makes a big difference.
Yeah, I run a Safariland, and this actually, one of the nice things about this piece of gear is that it's designed to run very, very high in your body. So my collarbone actually kind of runs just barely over this right here. So this actually is really, really high, and if you're a big fat dude like me, then your gut kind of hangs out the bottom, and which is the good part because you actually want this to cover your vital organs, which is the important parts. If you get shot in the gut, it's going to be extremely painful and it's going to suck, but you could probably live through it.
Hardly ever lived through those heart shots.
Yeah, yeah. I run a couple of patches up here on all this. There's a ample loop up here.
But it's all slotted, so it's still Molly.
It's all slotted, so you can run any sort of pouches you usually have up here. I sometimes run a Benchmade 7-hook up here, and I actually use the bottom of that pouch, the 7-hook pouch, to hook my Camelback cross chest piece here. And since I didn't have one with me on this trip, I just had this leftover piece from a Safariland holster to hook my Camelback loop from, to keep it from riding up and choking you.
You talking about the hose from your hydration pack?
No, the piece that crosses your chest to keep the straps on.
Oh, okay. Sternum strap?
Yeah, your sternum strap runs right through here.
Okay, that keeps it from shifting around when
it keeps it from riding up and down on you, and that way it doesn't come up and choke you when you're sliding down a hill or jumping out of a vehicle or whatever. It keeps it nice and tight. And then has your normal kind of little pouches that you can get down in there and put stuff in. I don't put anything in these really.
So those are built into the carrier?
Yeah, these are built into the carrier. I generally don't put anything in these. I usually slide a couple of pens down in here. If I'm not running an admin pouch somewhere else, I'll usually run some Ride in the Rain paper in there or something like that.
Now, being Velcro, obviously you've got some 6 AK mags up front. That's not lightweight. Does that open those pouches at all?
No.
Good.
No. These pouches they're 100% hook and loop all the way. Oh no, they're not. It's just hook and loop on the top, and it's loop all the way on the inside.
Okay, but it's strong enough that it's not.
Yeah.
Some of those, they'll gape open, and then your mags start going to 45.
I've dragged this thing all around in the deserts out here in Arizona, and I have never had a problem with them opening up. So they seem to work okay. These HSGI pouches are actually triple mag pouches for AR or double for AK, and I hate them for this application, so I'm going to have to go ahead and end up replacing these eventually.
What was the downside of them?
They're hard to get out. Well, that one just came right out, but
of course, because on video.
Yeah, when you're wearing it, it's see that
because of the lugs on both sides of
it gets stuck on these lugs here, and so you really don't want to be fighting that. So I'll probably go with a Taco mag or a USGI. I mean a US Palm. I think HSGI makes the tacos.
I think so.
Taco pouches. So.
And it looks like you've also got your radio behind there in one of the mag pouches there?
Yeah, I usually drop a GMRS radio in here if I'm just going to go out on a short patrol or something, or another radio, just because I've never really found a good spot for a radio except for right there. It seems to be pretty good.
And a lot of hikers and stuff will put them on their shoulders, but obviously that doesn't work if you're carrying a long arm.
Right, I generally keep the back slick, almost always, and it's because I am sitting in vehicles or I find myself sliding down hills or things like that, and I can't have things back here because you can't stop and take this off when you're out in the field. It's just not practical. So generally speaking, I don't put anything on the back. I keep a Leatherman mutt. Straightforward. This is the magnetic pouches. I can't remember who makes these, but unfortunately it's escaping me at the moment. But they have magnets in them, and it keeps your mags from falling out. And I've had excellent success with the Glock mags. They don't come out at all, but if you want to, you can pull this strap here around and use the actual hook and loop to keep it up there, and you have to really tug it to get it off. So I don't use them. And then a Blue Force Gear dump pouch on the side here. Normally I would run this item on a pistol belt, but I didn't bring one with me this trip.
So then you're out here running it in the heat, obviously, probably as much
Right.
test as you're going to get in the U.S., so how did it work for you?
Right, the hottest day I think was 109.
Yeah, it was 108 here. I'm sure it was hotter out there.
109 degrees or so, about there. And what I noticed is that this channel back here is supposed to create the
Like an airspace or an airflow?
This channel here is supposed to create that kind of airflow and ensure that you kind of stay dry and allow you to sweat without getting soaked. And what I found was this didn't work at all. And what I did like about it is that I was so hot that the sweat actually would cool me down.
Like an evaporative cooler.
Yeah, it kind of stuck in there, so it actually worked quite well at keeping me cool, but it didn't keep me dry.
Now that's like closed cell foam or something inside of there?
Yeah, it feels like it.
Okay.
Yeah, closed cell phone.
Now do you wear like Under Armour or something to help wick the sweat?
No, I usually wear a polyester top, 100% polyester top, and under that I'll wear either like an Under Armour or nothing. So, yeah, you don't want to wear a ton of crap underneath your armor because it's just not
Definitely.
a good idea. It's just, yeah.
Now you mentioned it has a separate pocket for the soft and the...
It does. The soft
Plates.
armor goes in this pocket here. It's designed to slide right up in here if you're running level 3 plates, and that they actually have a proprietary piece that fits in there. Although I would imagine that anything that's designed, generally speaking, for this size, you could probably fit in there. And then the other plate, the actual plate pocket, has a little pull tab here in the back that, as you can see, I don't use. It's hard to use. But you pull this little bib out, and then your plate easily slides right out of there. That's a large Sappy. And if you run a medium, the nice thing about it is here on the inside you have hook and loop so that you can actually hook it together and it'll hold that medium perfect right in the middle.
So instead of slopping all around inside a large opening, it's tailored down to the medium-sized plate.
Exactly. So that's a really nice feature of it that I like because I run a medium in the front and a large in the back. And then the only other thing that I failed to mention here is the cummerbund is adjustable by this piece of shock cord here, which you can tie a knot to your preferred
Oh, nice.
distance there, or you can leave it loose and just run this old kind of funny clip. I don't even know what they call these. I think they were on Alice packs.
Yeah, exactly. Some kind of compression, like,
yeah, it's like
catch
a
or something.
compression deal there. But if you wanted to make your cummerbund real tight for some reason, you could pull this down and slide it up, or pull it down there to your stopped point and let it run.
Just take a deep breath and it kind of
And
pulls
then
it out and gives you a
pulls it
little
out.
gap.
Yeah.
Cool. And it's on shock cord, so no matter what, it's always sort of elastic.
Yep, and it's cheap to replace if it breaks or goes bad or whatever. If you wear a plate every day, if you wear this carrier every day, you're gonna, shock cord's nice and easy to replace.
What does the carrier itself end up running?
About $300, just over.
And does it come with the soft? Because you said it's proprietary.
It does not come with a soft armor. No. I think it runs about probably twice that if you get the soft armor with it. So.
Oh, and those are on each side, so if you were to jump into it from the side like that, you didn't have to open up your whole front side to get to that side of the cummerbund.
Right. The other thing about it that I failed to mention is that you can, like you just said, lift it up here, just one side, and the other side remains, and you can dive into it from the side and make your clip with a shoulder piece here.
Is that how you get into it, or do you just do it over the top of the head?
That's how I do it.
Okay.
Yeah. I use the clip and the
From this side?
I always use this side.
And then it doesn't look like we got a lot of wear on that hook and loop at all.
Yeah.
I've seen some that kind of shreds real quick.
Yeah, I've taken it on and put it off probably, I don't know, maybe 25, 30, 50 times. And 25 to 50 times, somewhere in there, and this is all in decent shape. The front side looks like it has a little more wear than this. This looks a little bit more worn. But
Now the stress
not too
points on
bad.
the back are shock cord too, so they're basically replaceable.
Yeah.
Cool. So you don't have to worry about your plate carrier the stitching getting ruined.
Yeah.
Okay.
The nice thing about this though is that even though this side may look a little bit more worn than this side, you can place this piece here. Your front comes down here, and you actually have a real button.
That snap?
This snap here, and you can snap them in so that they don't come undone at all. And it's kind of a pain to put it on, but anyone that's worn armor knows that it's a pain to adjust stuff, and that's why you have buddies.
Yeah. Well, there's no perfect plate carrier, but this one definitely seems like it's working for you then, huh?
Yeah, I think it's probably my favorite so far. If it's not, it's my second favorite. I've really enjoyed it so far, though.
Cool. Well, thanks for taking us on a quick tour of it there.
No problem.
The guys and gals of GunWebsites.com encourage you to take a CCW class every year, practice at least once a month, and carry every day. Thanks for watching GunWebsites.com.